What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Ray McCloud is here with me today. What's up?
What's good with you? How you doing?
I know people are surprised, like Angela's talking about football a little bit, but we're really talking about music today.
Yeah, music and life.
Yeah, music.
Lifestyle.
But, first of all, we were talking about you being in New York. It's a really active time. Do you like New York a lot?
I love New York.
Mm-hmm.
I would say my background, I'm from Florida. I'm a Florida boy from heart, you know what I'm saying? But my family, most of my family from New York.
Oh, what part?
I from Bronx, and my grandma from Queens.
Okay.
But
All
my
right.
granddad, boss man, so they all moved down there where he at. That's where Tampa come from.
How do you feel about how people talk about Florida, people being crazy? You know, Florida people.
It is. It's different down there. You have a different edge of you, a different mindset down there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but.
Yeah, and everybody always likes to travel to Florida, so no matter what people say, you know, we're
gonna see y'all somewhere down there.
Absolutely.
In the water, something.
All right, well, let's talk about everything that you
now.
have going on, because it's so much. You're in Atlanta now. You're playing for the Falcons, and do you have a studio in Atlanta too?
I do.
So it kind of worked out.
It's like an Airbnb studio, and it's like people rent out for like 2 weeks and record projects. If that makes sense.
Okay.
It's beds. It has like 4 rooms, podcast rooms.
Mm-hmm.
Got the whole shebang. It's still getting done up. You know, you got to take the process.
So how long have you had that?
2 years.
So you had that before you even knew you were going to be playing for the Falcons.
Yeah.
So it really is kind of an ideal situation for you.
Yeah, like second home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so God works in mysterious ways. You got to balance it, I guess I would say.
Mm-hmm.
You balance it right, you structure it right, and strategic about the things you do. But you always going to get critics from anything you do. I mean, no matter if you're doing good or bad, they going to always got something to say. That's just the world we live in now. But
Mm-hmm. And, I mean, now being in Atlanta, you have a black head coach also. Is that
second one.
Yeah,
My second black
your
head
second. Coach. Is that significant for you though? Like, how do you feel about that? Because there's only, I think, 6 now.
I think a coach is a coach.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, coaches and good people come in all colors. But just having someone that can relate to you, which was I had Mike T back in I want to say 2021. I had them two. I mean, I had him, and I got Raheem Morris, and they actually coached together a while back. And they're similar in so many ways. And, like, just to be able to walk in my shoes comfortable, not have to act a little bit is a different feeling. You know, I can just go there. I go to work. I drive to work every morning. I'm about to go have fun. Like, I love football. Like, I always love it. But sometimes, you know, you go to work, I got to work with this person. I leave. Like, I got to go see this person. Never had that feeling going to work when I was at Pittsburgh or right now.
Mm-hmm. That's a good thing.
I mean, I've had it other places, but we're not going to speak on that. But
Okay. No, because, look, our boss up here is a black woman, and this is the first time I ever had a black woman. We call her coach also.
Yeah.
And so it is a different feeling when somebody can relate to you in a different way. You know, like you said, work is work, coaching is coaching, but being able to have somebody that you feel like has more of a connection.
It was like I used to feel like I have to, like, watch what I do, like, to be myself. Like, sometimes I used to have my hair braided and wear hats, so it's like my hair's not loud. Like, I'm not in the room being extra, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Now, like, when I was at Pittsburgh, seriously black coach, it's like I can go to practice how I want to go. I can wear my do-rag if I want to wear my do-rag.
Right.
You know? My coach wear a do-rag. So it's, but it's more of just the life I live and lifestyle I'm in. I'm in entertainment. I've been in that since real before football.
Mm-hmm.
And because my dad was into it, and that's what I was born into it, you know. So I'm used to that, used to dressing, I always had a chain. I got in trouble my rookie year, like, this is what you spend your money on. Like, I had this in college,
I came like this.
Yeah, it's like this is how I had it in high school, but that's always been who I am.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I get in trouble for that, for being who I am, you know.
Right, but now you feel... And you're in Atlanta. I mean, Atlanta is going to be lit for you with the music. I know you said your dad has been in music, and he's worked with some legendary artists, too. So let's get into the background of how you kind of grew up in this music business.
Well, my dad played ball,
Mm-hmm.
and he had me, and he was back and forth, traveling with ball and this, and actually my uncle, my mom's brother, he was a B2K before they kind of took off, and he wanted to be a solo. Carlisle Anderson, he signed with Babyface for a while. And
wait, he was in B2K?
Before they took off,
okay.
Before they took off and everything.
What happened that made him leave?
He hard-headed, very hard-headed. And that's when...
that's the worst, when you was in a group and then they take off after.
Music. That's how my dad got into music.
Okay.
Because of him, he was managing him, and music took off for him. And he stopped with the ball, and His entrepreneurship, he had a daycare going, music, a restaurant, and it just was, everything was going good. He was able to see me every day, spend time with me. And I was a daddy's boy, so I was always with him. He walked out at 3 in the morning. Where you going? I'm going with you. Like, so that was one of the reasons he got into it and went for years. And Justice League got built in my house.
That's huge.
They lived with us for like 8 to 9 years, probably so.
Damn.
So it was always, I was always.
So were you learning how to produce and do things just from watching? Sometimes
at a young age I was, but my dad made me stop doing music. He got out of music for like when I was about 11, 12. And then I was always focused on sports, but he was like, man, this is life stressful. And we focused on ball. Well, he focused on ball with me, and just we ran with it. And here now, and one of my artists, Rante, and he right here. My dad was like, I'll get back into it if y'all take it serious and y'all show me y'all want it. So for years we had to do it on our own. I mean, we always throwing parties in high school and doing all that, but we ain't have our own music yet, and we was playing around with it. But once he started taking it serious, my dad was like, man, I'll help y'all get back into it. And we're here now. We took so many leaps. We just got the papers for a deal we just got we merging with, so.
What, Virgin with who?
Virgin record label. Virgin's record label.
Okay.
And CV, Walter Millsap, and Theo. And we thank them for believing in my vision. I had this vision since I was like 15, so
that's
it's now
dope.
coming intuition. So
that's interesting that when it is a choice between music and sports, your dad wanted you to go more for football.
Yeah, football was always my main thing, though. But you know, he was in the music life, so I was around it, and I was. That was around the Romeo, Bow Wow era.
Oh, so you was really...
So, yeah, that's not... me and Snoop had a relationship because of that, Snoop Dogg. Because he was in the football, and we played against each other. So, me and Cordell, his son. So, yeah.
Wow, that is an amazing way to grow up. This is kind of like, and to have your foot in both things, because people might think, okay, he's focused on doing music now, you know, aside from doing, but you always were doing music first, and maybe people didn't know that.
And that'd be the hard part with football, because, you know, like everybody trying to say rappers want to be artists. I mean,
they do say
artists
that.
want to be athletes want to be artists.
And there's not a lot of great athletes that become artists.
Yeah, and I was
it's
like
rare.
really doing this before it was like a thing, like a trend. Everybody want to do music all of a sudden, you know, which is nothing wrong with that, but now it's like you get credit. Everybody got something to say about it. Everybody got their own opinion.
Right.
So you got to be strategic how you put it out, strategic how you do it, and you just can't come out playing. You got to be like the big boy stamp got to be on it. And that's why I ain't never really you can't just look up my music yet, because when you see it, it's gonna be stamped and it's gonna be correct and everything gonna be A1.
What NFL players also did music that were good?
I mean, you know what? I know someone
I'm trying to think
real
of a couple.
Good. Melvin Ingram.
Okay.
Major 9.
Oh, okay.
Major
All right.
9.
What about Deion Sanders? Didn't he do music first?
Yeah. Deion. Prime time. But Allen Iverson, that's my favorite athlete.
Okay, as far as basketball. I remember back in the day they had did an NFL.
Shaq.
Oh, yeah, basketball. Shaq did. He was outstanding. Remember that song?
He just did another little verse, didn't he?
And Peter
Rick
Guns
Ross,
was writing
on
for
Rick
him.
Ross album. And DJ. Shaq do DJ.
Yeah, it's a risky thing though, because no matter what, people are already coming in to kind of hate on it a little bit. Like when you start, they're gonna hate at first.
We only supposed to be good at one thing or something, but
right.
It's not. Every time saying multiple things, and you grind at it consistent, and you get better and better and better, and then all of a sudden people believe in you and always seen it. But that's
do you play your music in the locker room, like when y'all are getting ready to let everybody hear?
Depends on the mood. Like if we getting crunk and all that, you know what I'm saying? It depends. I play one of my songs. I ain't got multiple songs of that type of energy. You know, it depends on the vibe. If we all kicking and vibing, yeah, I'm gonna play my music. I make more like vibe-ish, you know what I'm saying? More vibe music. For like, you know, so.
You know, it's interesting, like you said, you want to make sure that you come out correct. And I know you also put out a documentary on Tubi as well. Yeah, docuseries. Yeah. And so it feels like that was a way for you to kind of get your music and get situated too.
Yeah.
So can you talk about that?
Crazy. We shot that about 4 years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so
Tubi's doing a lot right now too.
Yeah. So when we put that together, it was some. We didn't think it was gonna go to Tubi. We thought we was gonna make it longer, and we could still add to it and stuff. But it's doing well. You know, we had while we did that in between, we had music going on BT Plus of soundtracks of movies, and that's kind of where we were scoring movies for a minute. And Then the Tubi thing came about, and it was just like a big deal for us, just having our own thing on a platform to be able to be seen. And I'm excited to see the growth for where we go with it next in that field of film.
How is your time restraints? Because clearly there's a lot of dedication when it comes to sports, but also a lot of dedication when it comes to music.
Balance. Having a team. I think having a team probably the biggest key to be able to balance anything, because you can't wear every hat and play ball. Cause the ball part take over 85%. To be real.
And it's also hard because you've had to move around a lot too.
Yeah.
So, being able to be stable and to be someplace in Atlanta where everybody's going to be anyway.
Yeah, everything right there, so it's, and
now you really got to stay focused.
Yeah. And now how I'm doing that, though, I'm putting everything in ball, and like little pieces will come, I'll piece it like that, and let's slowly see how I'm going to balance it and structure it like that, because that life could take over and football get distracted, and I would never allow that.
Okay.
It's always football.
Football first.
I say no to everything until I figure out how I want it to be.
Right.
I won't just jump into it because it's a good idea to do for the music stuff. Right now at least. That's
a good smart strategy though, because basically football is the center of everything that you do, but you have a team of people that's setting everything up so that later on, because it is time to start thinking about like life after football too.
Of course. It'll last forever.
Yeah. When you think about how long you'll be playing for in your head, do you have a number?
13.
13 years? Okay.
13. I want to push it to 12, 13.
Okay. Yeah, you feel good about that?
Yeah.
What about the position that you play? Have you ever felt like, okay, I would like to switch to defense or?
Yeah, I played both ways in college and high school. My whole life I played both ways. And like my first 2 years in the league.
What do you prefer?
Offense. I like the ball in my hands.
Okay.
But I like playing ball. So
Period, right?
Yeah, but I don't think I'm switching no time soon. It's too late for that now. It's not too late, but I'm just so locked in right now at receiver. I don't want to focus on nothing else.
Right, and people really love you and know you for that position too.
Yes, man. Yeah.
Like I told you, I'm not a big sports person. I'm really here to talk about the music. But
I already know.
But I pay attention to what's going on. So let's talk about the single that you have. It's not even out yet, and like you said, it's hard to Google to find some of the music.
You won't find it.
When are you going to be able to be like, okay, I'm ready to put this out there for people to be able to listen? Because the song is called "Give Me Them Keys." And it's on your page. It's on your Instagram, so you can hear a little snippet.
Bro on there. That's one of our singles on the project. We actually had 3 singles that dropped from the project. Stud, and Don't Call Me with Atala Yahweh. And those are 2 singles on there that we had like multiple people on. And then the rest of it is me and him in our project called Day Ones. Give Me the Keys, probably our main single we probably push. And any day now, for real. I mean, we just gotta sign these papers with our deal that we just going through. Thank God, and from there it's up. What I'm saying? We really got videos for all of our stuff.
Right.
And
damn, y'all got all this. Is it hard to know that you have all this in the stash? And
we be watching it like, leave, bro, just drop it right now. But you gotta do it right. You know what I'm saying? You want to be strategic with it, and you want to be, be professional with your craft. So.
And Isaac Rante, like you said, he's here. He's your artist. So tell me how that happened.
The true story or
the true story? Why would I not want the true story?
He was an op for real.
What?
He was an op growing up.
Explain this. Okay, let's hear this.
So he played on the opposite team growing up. We was Town and Country Packers. They was the Seahawks, South Tampa. And I was a big dog in the football world. I was everybody wanted to beat me, and so the girl that cheered on my team played on his team, or went to school with him, sorry. And, she was always Ray this, Ray that.
Okay.
And then, he a man, he said, man, I'll beat that. And I'm like, who are you? She'll come back and like, who are you talking about? And so she told me, showed me who he was one day. I was like, you talking about that white boy? I said, bro, I don't care about that, bro. Like, I'm not. So after I realized who, I started seeing him in more like basketball games and all that. We started playing each other. That's the only thing he ever beat me in.
Okay, it was basketball.
One basketball game ever.
Just one out of many. Okay.
And then he ended up playing for my same little league team. A few years later, we were like 12. And my cousin one day was just like, he lived with me. I was like, man, you hanging out with the ops too much, bro. Like, my cousin's hanging out with him. And my cousin like a teddy bear. One day he just called me over. He like, all right, this is my cousin Ray, and we dapped it up. And ever since then, We've been together every day for real. And
that's dope. That's cute.
We went to the same high school.
Where's that girl now?
She gang. She cool.
Okay.
She gang. It ain't nothing like that. It ain't nothing like that. That's his people. That was his people. Nah, but and then when I was hanging out with him, he used to sing. Like he was singing Neo, Jesse McCartney, Bobby Valentino, and I was like, I grew up watching my uncle sing, like, and I'm like, bro, you got like, you need to take that serious, bro. Start recording. And he used to like, I used to like, not throw him in a fight. We'd be around like me, him, and like 9 girls, and like, I'm like, bro, sing, bro. And then they all be talking about music. I'm like, my dog can sing for real.
And then he'll sing. You put
nah.
him on the spot?
Yeah,
okay.
I'm ready to leave, bro. Come on, I'm ready to go home. And so,
that is embarrassing though. When I'm supposed to start singing in front of the girls while we hanging out.
But the thing was, it was a girl though, like that wasn't talking though. Like she won't speak the whole time. She had a little boyfriend, so she was being respectful. She didn't say one word the whole time any of us was there. As soon as I said my bro could sing, she jumped up. Oh my God, you can sing? And that's the girl he was talking about all night. I said, now she up. You got it. She locked in. Now tighten up. So we end up leaving. I'm like, bro, you folded, bro. Like, so that was like 9th grade, I think. And then fast forward to like senior year, another incident. We on the cruise, and we was getting better though. And so I guess one of the girls was like, he was trying to mess with her. He was like, she said, if he sing for me right now, he can have my baby or something. So he went to the room. He was practicing. He was practicing getting his voice right. He was getting his voice right. He said, it's not hitting right now, bro. And so, long story short, man, he went to college. He went through college. He played ball too. He was my quarterback in high school. And I played running back. So we always playing around with the music stuff. I was throwing parties. I was doing YouTube. We didn't have NIL, so I got in trouble for like if you go on Clemson's page right now, a lot of stuff I was trying to do before I was leaving out. You know, like the vlogging, like vlogging fits through the week, getting a player, and people want to see the lifestyle. You know? And they kind of, so I kind of think the ideas I had were golden. I just couldn't do it.
So they wouldn't let you do it? Or?
No, I got in trouble. I had to leave out of my YouTube stuff. Same thing, Destroying. I don't know if you know the YouTuber Destroying. He went through, but he chose YouTube.
Okay.
I kind of was in the same, trying to do the same thing.
Why wouldn't they let you do that?
NIL. You can't get paid for. If you blow up on YouTube, you can't get paid. Now you do whatever. But as it went on, he was in school. With the spring break, we'd go record. We was throwing parties. You know, I knew I was leaving. I threw a Legend Tribe party, and I had artists live with me. One of them is Lil Dan. He Lil Baby's cousin. He be right here to Lil Baby all the time. One of my good friends. He lived with me. They lived in like a big mansion. I lived on campus, but they lived like a big mansion down in Clemson. And I threw a party one time on homecoming night, and we was like #1 in the nation at the time. So they didn't show up. So I was like, man, see, this is what I got. I already got people in my circle that do music. I just need them to take it serious. Right. And so once we got like a spring break or something off time, we went to Atlanta, where we at now, just where it started at. And,
full circle moment.
Yeah, and so we went to Rock Nation, and they were like trying to charge like $2,000 a track, this and that. Dude, I'm like, hold up, we don't even know if he love it yet. Let's see if he want to do this. And so I said he write his own music. And so he went into his own song, and they were kind of upset because he brought all these writers in to like help us out. I'm like, we didn't need. He got his own stuff going. And once they heard him sing, it was like, oh, whoa, bring them back. And the writers ended up writing for free and gave him. We paid the producer. We paid the producer. They gave him a song. They ended up staying like 10 more hours. I ended up leaving. It was too long, too much singing for me. So full circle back, and I went back home. When I said, my dad said, when y'all take it serious, I locked back in with y'all. And we started building our team. We had Blaywell Muhammad, who was a Grammy writer as well, co-partner. We had Vester, and from there, it just started taking so many leaps in the full 6 months, a year, making a docu-series of one of my artists, J300. He's not around right now, but he's an artist he's a jewel. You know, that's the one I'm working on right now. You know, so.
Now, Isaac, you're on the mic. You have an opportunity to defend yourself against some of these allegations.
Which one we starting at? I don't know. Which one we starting at?
So you're the shy brother that doesn't like to sing in front of the ladies.
Nah, it ain't like that. It was just, at the time I played football, that's what I was known for. Like, now it's more like nowadays you see people do all kinds of stuff on the internet, but back then I was playing football. I felt like it was manly. I didn't want to sing and all that. Like I just wanted to play
Okay,
football.
so it's the
But-
perception of being the R&B guy.
Yeah, I ain't want that on, like, cause in my mind I'm going to the league, like, you know what I'm saying, like
Okay.
I'm playing football, so that's
Touche.
how that was.
So, but you were even in ninth grade, you felt like that, like you
Yeah.
knew you were going to the league. in
Yeah,
ninth
like I'm
grade.
thinking I'm going to play NFL. I don't want to be singing and all that, but
Not even
okay.
for the ladies.
Nah, it wasn't it. But now it is what it is. I gotta do what I gotta do.
And then how is it being friends and doing business together? Because sometimes that's hard too. And being able to be like critiquing things or
He's a bug. He is a bug. He is a big bug.
I'm very particular and very like I said, I had this bitch since I was 15.
Mhm.
And like we in high school, we had all the girls throwing L's. We was throwing parties every week at the games. We went to a party school, high school. So
Yes.
like we was always throwing parties and everybody throwing L's, this and that. And I always had a vision. And it just be little things like everywhere I go, I'm gonna look a certain way. You know what I'm saying? You gotta like look a certain way. I go to the grocery store, it's not me putting out, it's just I grab it and go, but I'm gonna look a certain way. You never
Right.
know who you run into.
right.
You never know what comes along throughout your life or your way or day. And they be getting mad at me about that. They be trying to be chill.
You take forever to get ready.
I put a tank
Who
top.
take forever?
You.
Yeah,
Nah.
he do.
Okay.
He do.
No, my stuff laid out in the morning.
That is hilarious.
Even before
You lay
games,
your
I
stuff
got
out.
pictures on my phone, like my whole outfit laid out. I go warm up, come back, and just throw it on. It's my helmet from my headband, my socks I'm wearing, laid
This is
out.
like some type of OCD.
Yeah,
He got that.
but
Yeah.
but I like greatness, you know what I'm saying? So
I
in order
feel
for it to work and go where it go, you gotta have a certain standard. You know what I'm saying? That's how great teams in football. We use football terminology in real life. you know?
Right. No, that makes sense. It is, and when it comes to football, it's a lot of discipline. Clearly, anybody that's
Yeah.
going to make it to that level, there's no way you can do that without having a level of discipline.
And he easy for real. Not the best friend part, but that's my brother, but not the artist part of it. And that's one of the reasons my dad got back into it. He's like, I'm not doing the headaches no more. That's why he
Right.
got out of it. He said, I get back into it because he coachable. You know what I'm saying? And not me, but if it's dumb, he'll listen. Not me.
He won't listen to you. Yeah.
He won't listen to
you
me.
all are friends. Okay, it's hard. Well, Isaac, how's the process been for you?
I mean, it's been good. We've been going good lately, like you said. We got the deal and everything, so now we'll be able to do what we need to do in the music part of it. As an artist, it's been hard, but it's been easy too at the same time because he provides me with avenues that certain artists can't reach.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so I'm just grateful right now.
So what's the plan now moving forward? Are you signing? How many artists do you have signed to the label?
Signed 5, pushing 2.
Okay. Okay.
3, sorry, and one from New Orleans. And then I'm signing I got a list of artists that I'm already on the works of signing. I just had a lot of stuff my foundation had to get built so I can go and do that.
Okay.
One being his brother, Ron Dollar. He lit. So
Your real brother?
Yeah, my real brother.
Blood.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same
the
dad,
black
different
brother,
mom.
the black brother.
Same. He's so
Like
like,
Rick Ross and Drake.
he's so like, yeah, he tried. You see who won? Stop playing. You see who
Yeah,
won?
talk
Stop
about
playing.
You say you see who won?
Drake, yeah.
I don't know. The battle hasn't ended yet. I
Oh
mean,
no, he winning right now. Though.
all right. So winning over Kendrick, winning over Rick Ross, winning
Yeah.
over everybody.
Everybody,
Okay,
that's that dude right now. You can't.
but that's your guy too, right? Like you,
Who, Drake?
as far as
I
artists.
just respect him. That's not my favorite artist, but I respect him. Like he do what he got to do.
What about Future? You guys are in Atlanta.
That's his favorite artist. so we
I was
go
about
back
to-
and forth all the time. How they,
So what are the goals for you when it comes to this music business? What do you see yourself? What would mean success for what it is that you've been doing?
Ideal. What 50 doing, and what Cash Money Records was. Cash Money part, he had multiple artists going at once. 50 in the film world, my second passion. Music's probably like my third or fourth, but like my passion is film, creating visions. I'm very visionary, so that's kind of what I'm into. I've been in acting classes and everything for like 2 years, but I want to make my own avenue, like what Ice Cube was doing when he made his own lane. He
Okay.
built his own hype through Friday, which was he wrote and everything, and I wrote a few movies probably 6 years ago until now. I've been writing for a long time, but I never really wanted to sell it. I want to be part of it, direct it, or go in that lane. But my time holds me back for a lot of things, which I'm okay with because I love ball. So that end one day.
And you feel like that's not going anywhere.
Yeah,
too,
that's not
like,
going nowhere. That's not
scripts.
going nowhere. And I got 2 kids now, one being 2 and a 3-month-old. So I can't wait till they like at an age where they can be part of things. You know.
Yeah.
So.
And I'm sure for you seeing having your dad that was like your hero in your life growing up and helping you, that makes you be wanting to emulate that when it comes to your kids too.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And I salute to him though, cause it's like people ask me like, "Your dad need to write a book. Like, does he have a book out like about?" Cause he got me, another brother going to the draft next year, and one at Clemson where I went. He'll be about 2 years after into the draft, and then my little sister team is like number 3 or 4 in the nation in soccer.
Oh damn!
They're going to Spain, so like he know what he's doing. Some way somehow he know what he's doing, and he getting it done. And,
that's amazing.
And I used to get joked on about like my daddy like
Joe
tighten me
Jackson.
up in front of slap me in the back of the head and do all that in front of like my dogs and all. You know what I'm saying?
That is so embarrassing.
And I'll be like, "Why you laughing? I'll whoop you though." Like, but nah, my dad was best thing ever happened to me. Him and my mom, my mom was more to school, and she'd be like, "Get right, or I'm gonna tell your daddy." Like,
Right.
And
I used to hear that too.
But nah, he was the best thing ever happened to me, man. Got me where I'm at.
You know, that's interesting that you say that because a lot of people, when you hear, like, even if you look at Serena Williams and Venus Williams and watch their movies, some people felt like their father was too strict and like pushing them too hard. But some people will say kids need that, like, in order to be able to achieve a certain level of excellence. And if it's something that he knows that you love doing, sometimes it is pushing you hard.
He taught me how to sacrifice. I sacrifice parties, friends, events.
Because in the time, it may not feel good.
Like, I remember one time I had the Nike Open. It's called Nike Open. And like the best players in the world go to like the Nike headquarters and play against each other. I seen all my friends go at a younger age, which were like 9th, 10th grade, because they were good enough to go play against 12th grade and 11th grade. So they got invited to go, which I was one of those players, but I wasn't allowed to go. I was allowed to go, but I went to a church retrieval instead, which was already set, a missionary trip. And I went to that. And then the next year I went, which would have been like 10th grade, going to 11th, and I won MVP at the opening. And it was just to show a full circle how I had to wait that year to sit down, and I went the next year and I won MVP at receiver, you know. And it was just shows what he was building.
Right.
You know, saying the discipline, the sacrificing, and knowing what got to sit down now to see the greatness later. And that's what we at right now musically. For real.
I was going to say, you hear that, Isaac? You got to sit down right now to wait for that greatness to come.
I've been sitting for a while. It's that time.
I'm touching you,
He know that. He know that.
Well, no, honestly, like, we cannot wait for this music to come out. I got a little bit of an exclusive, and if we look at your page, we can see some snippets, not the full thing. And you can also watch the movie, the series, Run, an Underdog Story, that's on Tubi right now.
Yeah,
Is there anything that we missed that we want to make sure that we talk about? Anything?
He got a single out right now that's the main focus for real. That's the project, but the main for him is, we can cuss on here?
Yeah.
It's called Fuck That Nigga.
Definitely is called Fuck That Nigga.
That's that one though.
Okay.
When this deal go through, that's the one we gonna put our time behind. The project just for y'all to like know, like, you know, you like a song, you like a person, like that one more music he got out. You got something to go look at. You got something to find. Cause it really had a lot of music out, but we took it down, so it's like let's refuel it, and let's take off now.
Who is that song about?
That ain't me.
What are you saying? Fuck that nigga? Him?
I didn't say it was you.
Him? Nah, I'm just playing.
Oh, that was a good one.
It ain't about nobody. It was just a song. Ain't about nobody.
I'm sure you had to
Who was it to?
pull it from somewhere.
It wasn't about someone. It was to someone. It wasn't about.
It was
dude,
to
but
somebody.
It
Yeah,
could've been
not
to a girl.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys both so much for joining us, and make sure give out how people can follow you and pay attention, and make sure they stay up on everything that's happening with the label, with the music.
Oh, on IG it's Isaac Rante _, and then everything else same thing.
Okay.
And then I'm on everything. McCloud the third. Just like that.
Just like that.
Just like that.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. Ray McCloud, Isaac Rante, appreciate it.